Pitter patter, let's get at her. It is senior lacrosse on a Wednesday night in Fort Saskatchewan. Thanks for joining us on CROW LAX TV. It's Cody Jansen with you this evening as we get set for the Fort Saskatchewan Rebels hosting the Edmonton Miners. We'll get to your starters, scratches, and more as we roll along this evening. Fort Saskatchewan wearing their home red threads. Black numbers, black logo, white outline. The Miners going left, right on your TV screen wearing their road white, black, and red trim. Matt Kim, Matt Spadafora at the dot, and we're underway. Matty Kip picks up the first face-off win of the evening, and so Darren Kinnear and company will go to work. Anderson on the roll. Bouncer goes wide. The new addition in Levi Anderson, college star. We'll expect to hear his name called in round one of the NLL draft this upcoming year. Sheridan Cook inside feed. Christensen stopped by the Rebels starter, and Zachary Yopik stable tonight. Between the pipes for the Edmonton Miners, it'll be Matt Hebert. Marcus Fouillard on the run. Up against his junior teammate and Spencer Milne. Ball bounces past him. Jordan Wheaton wrong side of the road. Greg Beret stopped by Hebert. Matty makes a big save for his first one, and Spencer Milne scoops up the loose ball. Mentenko. As Kinnear up top. I believe in his last game, Kinnear got in a scrap. Someone's going to have to fact check me on that, though. Mentenko outside shot, save made by Stable. He'll dish it off to the defender in Caden Collum. Scored a couple in the Rebels' last outing here at the JRC. Ethan Wong now, far side corner. The lefty looks, and he's got help up top in the form of Marcus Fouillard. Low to low, stopped by Hebert, and now Matt Kim punches that back into the crease, and he'll get dinged for the back in. Greg Beret up top, defended by John Lintz. Colorado Mammoth defender. Ball swung for Wong. Again, trying to go short side, and he scores. Ethan Wong draws first blood, and Fort Saskatchewan jumps out to a 1-0 lead. Caught Hebert ducking right, and Wong goes to his left, and a minute 55 in, Fort Saskatchewan jumps out to a 1-0 lead on the Miners. Cam Ellingson controls off that drop. For Greg Beret now. This one goes off of Lintz and wide. I don't think that ever hit Hebert. They might have given him a reset, though. Lintz still rocking the white shaft and red head on the stick. Leaves for Kinnear, who's got Matty Christensen out as well. Sheridan Cook's in the corner, too. 8 on the shot clock. Levi Anderson's got an ISO. He'll go short side. Save made by Stable. Back for Kinnear. He'll test out the logo of Stable. Rebound. He's got to make another on Christensen. Yopik Stable tested early. 2 stops in a row on the Miners. Long now the lone goal scorer down for Fouillard. He assisted on the first one. Fouillard cuts to the net and he scores. Marcus Fouillard finds the back of the net, drives through the crease, and it's 2-0 for the Rebels. That's something we haven't seen too much this season out of Marcus Fouillard. Everyone knows he's got it in him, but with only 5 goals coming into this game, his offense just wasn't there to the level we knew he could produce. On that shift, made no mistake. Again, caught Hebert guessing to his right. He pulls it short side, and Fort Saskatchewan doubles their lead. Sheridan Cook now, big wind up, tries to float one in tight, and Stable has to be prepared for it. Cross-checking call coming, as I believe that's Tassie or Murphy behind the play, who ate one. Goalie's on the bench, 6-on-5. Marcus Fouillard up top. Now the 6 forward hops out on the floor, and it's number 6 in Garrett Nolski. Greg Beret with the ball. Over to Fouillard, pass back for Spatafora. Good stick by the defender, Seidel. Got a stick on it, and the Miners will be shorthanded here for 2 or less with 15:54 left to go in period 1. Rebels go to their first power play of the game. Greg Beret's going to have a word with the official. I wonder if they'll talk about 2 or 5. It might be the gate here. Looks like Kinnear is going to be having a word, and I think Matty Christensen might be getting shown the gate right now. John Lintz will go over and have a couple more words as Greg Beret joins the conversation, but that is number 66, Matthew Christensen, leaving the playing surface, and I would have to assume that's a 5 in a game. Rebels get a chance to extend their lead here. So it'd be a massive penalty kill if you're Edmonton, but for Fort Saskatchewan, when you're a team with only 1 win this season, if you got a chance to pull away, you better do so, because you know the Miners are going to throw a few behind you. Beret's up top, over to Fouillard, and he scores. A quick strike, 10 seconds in on the power play. Marcus Fouillard has his second of the game, and Fort Saskatchewan's up by 3. When you're hot, and Marcus Fouillard's ripping the pill right now. 15:44 left to go in period number 1. He's got 2. The Rebels have 3. Nolski, another face-off win, and the Rebels will get possession here on a major power play, so the man advantage does continue. Fouillard's got the hot stick and the ball. Beret for Nolski. Beret over to Fouillard. This time he's going to try go high, and Hebert got it with the left pad. So officially it's a spearing on Christensen. Wheaton, Fouillard. Fouillard now won't shoot, throws this one away, and it's going to get picked up in transition. Here goes Yo on a partial break. Beret's the back checker, Stable with the save. Now the Rebels have numbers here. Milne's on the back check, and wisely they'll settle it down and catch their breath. 20 on the shot clock. Nolski now throws it back for Beret, and he's going to be in a foot race. Kim's out in front. Well, the Miners get another shorthanded chance. Kim wants to try, and not sure if Stable got an arm on it. It's going to bounce and stay in play, though. Anderson knocked it down. Morris is in to grab the loose ball, and Anderson will take it away before he can control. Levi Anderson You know, he's dangerous short-handed. Not many players in this league have a stride like him. First two snaps unmatched by the former Okotoks Raider. Save made by Stable. Rebels still have 3 minutes to work with on this power play. Matt Spadafora. He'll switch spots with Garen Nolsky this time. Now Wong's going to play the low crease spot. Spadafora back for Wong. There's Ethan Wong. Shot got deflected. John Lintz has 3 block shots in 7 minutes. Nolsky's shot goes wide, and this is going to bounce all the way back into Rebel territory. 13:28 left to go in period number 1. Rebels still on the power play, up by 3 here in the JRC. Kinnear on the run. Matt Murphy will defend. Tyler Sonich sent out with him. Far side of the floor. They'll look for a late. Sonich has it. Murphy to defend. Inside feed. And it's going to be Deidre Lamo to score. And the Miners are on the board. It's 3-1. Pretty passing. Finished off short-handed. And Edmonton gets their first of the game. Matthew DiGirolamo has his 5th of the season. This one comes short-handed, and it's all because of a beautiful feed from Tyler Sonich. Was Senior Rebels property at one point in time, was acquired in season this year. Takahara tries the hidden ball trick. Won't fool the Miners. Now a second one had them guessing. Split second that was. Spadafora now throws one off the chest of Hebert. Hebert the outlet to Lintz, and Fouliard caught him with a cold shoulder, and Lintz spun off of it. Marcus Fouliard trying to run over his former coach at the junior ranks. Berglund, the big man's in the corner. He'll whip it over to Sheridan Cook. The Red Deer product. Back for Anderson. Far side fake. And I believe it went in on Stable, but they'll say he stepped in the crease first. Kinnear and Sonich will pick up assists on the DiGirolamo goal. Yoke forces a turnover, short-handed as the Rebels still have a minute on the man advantage, but here come the Miners. Kinnear the other way with Milne up the floor. It's going to bounce right back to Kinnear, though. 3 strikes here out. Somehow he ends up with a freebie in the slot. Doesn't on the shot clock. DiGirolamo Menteco's cutting towards the net. On the run, jump shot, save made by Stable, and Takahara has the loose ball. Corey Takahara with the head of steam. Back checker on him, leaves it for Jordan Wheaton. Rebels now only up by 2, exactly where they started when this major power play got underway. Greg Beret down for Wheaton. No room to get a quick stick off. Ball goes off Nolsky. Fouliard, 2 to shoot. Spadafora will. Hebert makes the save, and Matty Kim grabs the ball in the crease. Rocking the wooden stick, that is, for Matty Kim there. Had to check. He was switching it up on the face-off, so that one makes sense as the defender. It's National Indigenous Peoples Day, and we're lucky enough to get to play the medicine game here in Fort Saskatchewan. Unfortunately, I know there's one guy who would love to be on the floor, and JP, it sucks to see power go down that way too. 4 games into the season, and you never want to see anyone get hurt, especially not at this level. So we can't wait to see JP back on the floor, healthy. Hearing it's not likely to be this season, but we'll see JP back here sooner rather than later. Inside feed for Anderson. Not sure if the hand was up because he thought it was in or he was going into the boards. But Stable in the post. Got enough of it to keep it out. midway through period number 1 here in the fort. Pass for Bergloff. He won't corral. DiGirolamo's taken to the floor by Fowler. And they'll reset the shot clock for Edmonton. Anderson now. DiGirolamo. Little flip for Cook. Sonic in room to shoot. Save made by Stable. Ball got popped up. Halderson won't get there in time. Fowler now knocks down a pass, and Halderson has some help from Matt Murphy, trying to pick up the Lucy. Sheridan cooks on him like a dirty shirt, and Murphy will slow things down eventually. Logan Noyen for Greg Bright. Fouillard and Wong, the basis of the offense so far for the Rebels. Fouillard got stopped, and Wong has the rebound. Spanafora trying to cut down on his defender, and now he's pushed back by Sheridan. Greg Bray out of the corner. He'll try and go short side. Bounces this one high. Will avoid the roof somehow, and now Fouillard had it knocked free by Gillespie. Battle ensues in the corner, and a good double team as Jacob Fodchuk comes in, and then the Miners end up throwing one away. A great defensive stand, and then a free souvenir means Fort Saskatchewan gets to reset the offense. Spanafora hits Wheaton and tight, and it's off the post. Jordan Wheaton will peel some paint off the pipe. Nolski over to Fouillard. He's on hat-trick watch. Outside look. Hebert with the save, and then Fodchuk run into by Fouillard. Anderson won't push the pace as Corey Takahara got out there. Maybe the only player on the floor that's nearly as fast. Help comes in the form of DiGirolamo. Over to Anderson on the roll, trying to pull it cross body. And it'll get scooped up by Noah Jackson. Jackson takes a hit, but he makes a play, and that's all you can ask for if you're Coach Jeff Wright. Garrett Nolski, the former St. Albert Crew. Over to Ethan Wong. Down to Wheaton, over to Spanafora. Spinning backhand, goes 20 feet wide. Wheaton shot a few feet wide. Nolski on the spin. Trying to go low 5-hole. Hebert drops on it. Matty Kemp. There you get a good look at the traditional stick. Anderson with DiGirolamo. Cooks out of the corner. Floater. Anderson one-on-one with Ellingson. Swims past him and scores. Diving through the crease. They'll count it. Levi Anderson has his first of the game, and it's 3-2. Rebels will argue he was over the cylinder. Refs will say he wasn't. And so it's a one-goal game right now in Fort Saskatchewan. Kim grabs control here as we're back underway at the JRC. Sonich with it. DiGirolamo and Sheridan Cook. Both of them picked up assists on Anderson's goal. Cook is stopped by Stable. Ellingson from his D zone. Pushed out by DiGirolamo, and Murphy now. They'll say he stepped into that pick, and the ref says you can't do that, so we're going back the other way. Hebert wants a call, and now one's going to be coming. So it'll be 6-on-5 with Matt Hebert on the bench. Cook and Sonnichsen are up top. Anderson. Cook with it. Back two, and he tries to go near side. Caught the back of the net, but Edmonton's going to the power play. Cam Sedgwick and company will quickly draw up a play here as the Miners getting their first power play of the game. Sedgwick, of course, the offensive coach in Saskatchewan with the Rush in the National Lacrosse League. Very familiar with a lot of these players, being an Edmonton local. Tyler Sonnichsen up top on the power play. Sonnichsen, 18 points this season. He'll run the peak up top. Anderson's with it. Down low pass. What a save by Stable. Stone cold robbery by Zachary Opik-Stable. Halderson with it now. Mendenko's helmet comes flying off. Got to zip tie that chin strap, son. Miners force a turnover, and John Litz will hit the molasses button. They'll get it set up again. Still have 1:15 left on this power play. Shots are 12-11 in favor of Fort Saskatchewan. Kinnear's going to play the lefty crease side. Sonnichsen up top. Anderson, the lefty shooter, gets the feed from Cook. Inside. Shot got blocked by Bryce Schmerman. Body on the line from the former St. Albert CROW star. Kinnear with Anderson, 20 on the shot clock. Sonnichsen takes it, it's wide. This is going to bounce down into the neutral zone. Cook, they still have a dozen here. You don't have to force anything if you're the Miners. Down low, quick stick, and Stable makes another save on Deja Lamho. Reset comes. Sonnichsen, Cook inside. The shooting gallery continues. .15 on the power play. Cook now inside, trying to go 5-hole, and Stable falls on it. Outlet comes to Caden Collum. Another local product back here in the JRC. Won a couple of North championships, defended by his former teammate in Spencer Mill. Those two were a force back in their Tier 1 days. Here's Marcus Fouillard dancing towards the net. Puts it by the right foot and wide of goaltender Matty Hebert. Back to Stable. He's got a second on the shot clock, and he'll rip it 200 feet north. Berghoff now. He'll outwork a couple of defenders. Over to Anderson. Heard the footsteps of Murphy. Now he gets free. Anderson steps into one. Save made by Stable. Ball comes back up top for Kinnear. Mendenko. Berghoff. Bounce it around. Stable controls. I wasn't sure if Noyan hit that one back to him. I don't think it was on purpose, and so they'll let it fly. Murphy to Wong, and it's back over his head. Now he's got to spin and hit his teammate in his own zone. This is going to bounce into the corner, though. Garrett Nolsky, 8 on the shot clock. Up to Bray. It's knocked down, and here goes Gillespie's on a breakaway. Cook now run into by Fouillard. Marcus Fouillard throwing his body around already. Probably the best period I've seen him play all season. You can just tell when guys are dialed in. This one, huge playoff implications if the Rebels want to make it to the dance. Ball up to Schmermont. Rebels have played the least amount of games out of anyone in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Only 6 to date. Greg Bray now, defended by John Lint. Couple centimeter height difference between the two. Jordan Dewart now. He'll look down for Wheaton. 4 to shoot. Hebert makes a save. Spadafora on the rebound, and Hebert's got the rebound as well. Riley, the big man, the reliable defender, puts it up to the forwards, and now the Miners will try tie the game here in period number 1. Levi Anderson, 50 seconds left to go in the frame. Pass dumped his forward, and they're going to give Edmonton possession, but here goes Caden Collum. Back for Takahara. Has to be careful as Walker was there to give him a couple. Full yard, 15 on the shot clock. He'll circle up top. Wheaton sets the pick. Full yard, hits Dewart. His shot got blocked by Foncha. And now he's going to have to get back and either play defense. The Miners have it. Not sure they'll use their timeout here. Would assume. Give it to Anderson and let him run. Down for Kinnear. It'll bounce through. Stable has it. And he might as well sit on it here. Up by 1. Fort Saskatchewan has a lead at the JRC after 20 minutes of play. 3-2 is your score as we head off to the first intermission. We'll step aside of the JRC, come back, take a look at that out-of-town scoreboard, get you set for the final 40 here in Fort Saskatchewan on CROW LAX TV. Welcome back inside the JRC. It's a Wednesday night in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV, and period 2 is underway. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels up 3-2 after 20 minutes of play here. Wearing their home red jerseys, the Edmonton Miners are in white. Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Also going on tonight, Canada's up 3-2 on USA at the World Field Championships. And in junior reaction, the Calgary Raiders and Calgary Mounties are tied at 5 apiece. Miners with the ball. Outside look, and Stable makes the save. Shots are 17-13 in favor of the Miners after the opening frame. Fort Saskatchewan, 2 goals and an apple from Marcus Folliard as they throw one away. Goal and an assist from Ethan Watt. Deja Lambo has 1 from the Miners. It was a shorty, and the other came from Levi Anderson. Anderson hits Cook in the corner. The big man walks it out. Corner, Sonnichsen back to Cook. Inside feed for Bergloff. And it's Cook up high. Save made by Stable. Remember, Miners missing a big piece right now. Matty Christensen kicked out for a spear in that opening period. Early as well. I believe it was about 5 minutes in, if my memory serves me correct. Jordan Dewart now. Inside look, trying to go glove high on Hebert. He got his shoulder on it, and John Lintz will throw it out to Walker. Corey Takahara on the press. Lintz has to scoop back into his own zone. Mintenko back for Cook. Kinnear now. Cook outside feed. Anderson got a quick stick off somehow. Caught that one 1.5 feet above his head, and he still got the shot on goal. Anderson for Sonnichsen inside after setting the hard pick, and Stable makes the save. Zachary Elpick Stable. If not for Folliard's big period, I'd say it's a runaway. He's been the best Rebel of the game. Down to Folliard. Greg Perez up top. Spadafora on the run. Jordan Wheaton looking for someone in the middle. Through a maze of bodies and into the corner. Shot clock's about to expire. .17:05 left to go in period number 2. Bergloff fires and scores. He cut back to the middle and goes stick side on Stable. We're even at 3. Colin Bergloff, the former NLL prospect, cut his way back into the middle, and the big man put all his weight behind it. Rips one low to the stick side, and the Miners have tied it up at 3 here in the JRC. Levi Anderson on the roll. This time tries to pull it short side. Stable with the save. Battle for the rebound. It's going to be won by Kinnear. Kinnear up top. Rips one off the post. Mintenko's on the rebound, and it's wide and out. .16-12 left to go in period at number 2. 3-3's the score. Greg Beret out in front for Schmerman. He shoots it over the net. Grabbed by Riley, and he'll send up Fodchuk. Jacob Fodchuk down the middle. Trying to go 5-hole, stable with the save, and DiGirolamo pokes the rebound to the corner. He'll set up in the south office. Defended by Noyant. Sheridan Cook now all alone, walked right in. Big save by Stable, his 22nd of the game. Pass intended to Sonachsen. He missed it, and it bounces into the roof. Nolski in the neutral zone. 3 lefties on the floor. Here's Beret, high to high, and he scores. Greg Beret paints the top corner red, and it's 4-3 Rebels. His 14th of the season puts Fort Saskatchewan back in the lead with 15-16 left to go in period number 2. Milne on a break, and he scores. Tied up back the other way. It's the former junior Rebel in Spencer Milne to bury 1. Spencer Milne makes no mistake as the big man had Stable drop it on the breakaway, throws one over his shoulder, and we're deadlocked at 4 here in period 2. Yo back in transition with Kinnear, and he scores. The Miners are hitting the gas, and they've got their first lead of the game. It's 5-4. That's the offense we've been waiting to see, and Darren Kinnear now has his 14th of the season. Tied up with Greg Bray in the north, and it's 5-4 for Edmonton. Greg Bray tried to drive and fire one low, except he bounces it out of play. Here goes John Lintz pushing the pace one more time. Lintz with a bouncer. Misses wide. Here's a couple words for Stable. His former netminder. Well, coaching, that is, at least. Nolski. Bright. Down for 1. Rebels down by 1. Off the side of the net and out of play. Fort Saskatchewan 1 for 1 on the power play. They allowed a shorty, though, and the Miners 0 for 1 so far. Not a penalty-filled affair here. Nolski back for Wheaton. Whiffs on the 1-tee. Bray now throws this one up, and it's away. Sure. For Milne, as Seinel lays a hard pick on Bray. Sonachsen. Back to Anderson. Trying to drive on Takahara. Over to Cook. Outside look goes wide. Sonachsen on the rebound. Save made by Stable. Kinnear's going to hound the crease. Outlet comes for Fouillard, and his stick got snapped out of his hands. Lintz down to DiGirolamo. Couple of fakes, trying to go 5-hole, and now the pass out as Kinnear bobbled it. John Lintz rocking an A this season. Down into the corner, and they'll slow things. DiGirolamo, far side look. Misses by half a foot, and it's going to go all the way down to Hebert. Kinnear now has Fouillard running into him. 5 on the shot clock. Morris will defend. Another shot goes wide, and Fouillard could have a break here if he gets blown back in. Marcus Fouillard all alone, trying to go high, and the save's made by Hebert. Credit Gillespie on the back check there. If he's a step behind, Marcus Fouillard has all the time in the world. Mintenko. Cook. Back over to Anderson. Anderson now. Little flip for Bergloff. Fowler's going to push him into the boards, and Morris will get the outlet with help from Noah Jackson. Flip down to Spadafora. Quick hands around Mill. Not quick enough to get away from Lintz, though. Now John Lintz's pass got deflected by Spadafora. Shared into the D zone. Outlets to Spencer Mill. The one-time Panther City Lacrosse Club product. We'll see this summer if he catches more NLL eyes. Sonachson rips one wide. Cook has the ball stolen from him from Dewart. It's a 3-on-1 for the Rebels. Jordan Dewart now trying to go 5-hole. Save made by Hebert. Rebound pops to Ellingson. Cam Ellingson now stripped by Matt Kim. Double team comes, and Ellingson doesn't move the ball in time. Takahara back in the neutral zone. 10 on the shot clock. Takahara trying to go up high. Save made by Hebert. Ball's on the ground, and Garanolski runs to the wrong side of the road. Rebels playing this offensive possession with only 4 guys on the floor. Now Wong hops out as the 5th. Fouillard, far side misses. Down to Stable, 2 to shoot. Beret fires that one from Beaumont. It goes wide, and it'll bounce all the way down. They'll give it to Sorensen of the neutral zone and tell him he's got to start from back there. Anderson had a goal and 5 assists last Sunday. Low shot, Stable, kick safe. Joe Fowler for Morris. Spadafora to Wong. Wong opened the scoring in this game. It's Fouillard. He'll run through a maze of bodies. Lintz has Milne up the floor. Spencer Milne for his second. Stopped by Stable. Tried to go the same place he scored earlier. This time the goalie got the better of him. Here's Takahara through the crease. Gillespie waits for some forwards to hop off the bench. DiGirolamo. Cook. Anderson. Backdoor feed. Quick stick was there. Connection was not. Mintenko got stopped by Stable. Still a 1-goal game here. 8:25 left to play in the middle frame. Nguyen posts up, and he's got help in Greg Beret. Caden Collum will stay in play on offense here. Beret trying to spin low. Nolski trying to hit Wheaton, and again, it's that quick stick game that's just not connecting right now. Wheaton puts one in the logo of Hebert, and it'll be an easy save for the Miners netminder. Sheridan Cook over to Sonnichsen. Over to Mantanko, and the saves made by Stable. Moving left to right. Boy, he's made some good saves here. Keeping the Rebels in it. Takahara on Gillespie. To Fouillard. Wants to find a lane to shoot. He's a little far out, so probably wise he pulls it back with a dozen seconds left. And then Spadafora couldn't handle the pass. Morris, quick off the bench in reverse transition, but Lintz drives around him, tries the crease dive, and the save's made by Stable. Trying to pull a little Ryan Lee action is John Lintz. This one won't work, and it probably hurts a little bit more on the concrete. Greg Beret. Short side, and Matty Hebert settled in nicely after allowing the first 3 goals of the game. Now up to 15 saves. Sharon behind the net. Gives it off, but the forwards only have 7 seconds here. Cook, Kinnear, stripped by Greg Beret. Must be lost. He's on defense. Here goes Greg Beret back the other way. Rebels do not have numbers. Seidel pushes them back. Ellingson run into by Yo. And the Miners force a quick turnover. Former Beaumont outlaw Michael Seidel has help in Levi Anderson. Bergloff doesn't shoot. Cook across the floor. Kinnear inside. Forwards all tied up. Shot clock is going to expire on the Miners with 5:25 left to play in period 2. Jordan Dewart been doing a good job on defense here. It's a tough task to play that middle position when you've got forwards with the size and speed the Miners have. Fouillard to the net. Kick back to Wong. Trying to force that one for Nolski. No hope there, and the Miners head back north. Rebels are missing Ethan Ang in this one. 15 points this season would have been a huge offensive addition to a team that, well, they got off to a good start, but outside of that first period, the forwards have been pretty ice cold. Here's Yo. Back for Sonnichsen. Fowler got in the way. Stable. The outlet to Ellingson. It's been a long shift for the big man. He'll be defended by Walker. 20 on the shot clock. Ellingson to Fouillard. Schmerman sets the pick up high. Pass comes for Wheaton on the spin, and Hebert will seal that near side post. Sharon pushed back by Takahara for a second. And then it's Anderson and Kinnear will play pass up top. Sheridan Cook comes in. Hard pick set, and Anderson scores from the outside. Cutting to the middle, Levi Anderson has his second of the game, and it's 6-4. Takahara took a hard cross check on that play. It might have been from Kinnear. He's not happy about it. But the refs are going to say it's clean, and the Miners are going to go up by 2. Anderson again around Spadafora inside. Stable just got his left arm on it. Spadafora now takes Anderson to the ground. He's on the ball, and they'll give Fort Saskatchewan possession. That'll hurt the knees a little bit more than the turf he'll be playing on this winter in the NLL. Noyant spins back, and he throws a bouncer at full yard. It's going to escape him, and Riley. Outlet feed behind Cook. Bergloff grabs it off the backboard. Spins it into the middle, and Cook, stripped by Morris, and Takahara gets to go for a jog. Corey Takahara, 2:18 to play in period 2. Full yard to the middle. Save made by Hebert. Best look he's had this period. Had Hebert going the wrong way, but he put it in his left pad. Full yard to Wheaton. Wheaton now short side. Hebert makes the save. He's got to slide over. Didn't know where the ball was. And Lintz with the outlet finds Walker. The big man, Colin Bergloff, slows it down. 1 goal in the game. Start of period 2 here for the Miners. Brought it back to 3-3, and from there it's been all Edmonton. Sheridan Cook up top. Check goes wide, and it'll come all the way down to Hebert. He's got to leave it in the corner. Minute 23 to play here in period 2. Bray has Wong up top. Down to Dewart. Call coming. Jordan Dewart on the run. Rips it off of his teammate. And a high stick is going to get called on Yo. Fort Saskatchewan go to their second power play of the game. As Adam Yo wants to sit in the Rebels penalty box. I know it looks more comfortable, but you're probably best to sit in your own in case we get another minor in the next minute 12. Nolski has Greg Beret up top. Rebels 1 for 1 on the power play so far. Beret down to Wheaton. Quick stick, robbed by Hebert. A big save by Matty Hebert. Less than a minute to go now in period 2. Nolski looking back for Wheaton. Short side. It ends up behind the net. Hebert with the stretch intended for John Lintz. Lintz has Sheridan Cook all alone, and he scores. Second shorty of the game for the Miners, and it's Sheridan Cook who takes one to the bank. John Lintz and Matt Hebert are going to pick up apples on the goal with 36 seconds left to play in the period. Rebels still on the power play here. Bright down for Wong. Up to Fouillard. He'll go outside, misses the net, and it's going to bounce all the way back down to Stable. 5 on the shot clock. Stable has it, and he ends up throwing one into the roof. Gives Kim a chance to take a shot. Bray catches it, and that's how we'll finish period 2 here in the JRC. 40 down, 20 to go. The Edmonton Miners are up by 3, and you're watching Alberta Series Lacrosse action on CROW LAX TV. Be sure to hammer that subscribe button if you're enjoying watching free lacrosse all season long in the north. One more period to go, barring overtime in the JRC. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Welcome inside to period number 3. Fort Saskatchewan starting on the power play. They've got a major power play here. The next 3:35, the Edmonton Miners rocking their white jerseys. The Fort Saskatchewan Rebels in red. Up 7-4, shots 38-22 in favor of the Miners. Levi Anderson looking for the hat trick, and he's got it. Smooth like butter. Levi Anderson, short-handed, rips one home, and it's 8-4 for the Miners. Third short-handed goal of the game for Edmonton. That's the difference between a 4-goal lead and a 1-goal lead. Levi Anderson now 6 goals in 3 games with the Edmonton Miners. Kinnear now buzzes the tower as stable. Rebound grab by Sheridan Cook. The former Red Deer star stripped of the ball. Corey Takahara coaches the Edmonton Junior A Miners, who are hosting the Minto Cup this year, August 20th to 27th at the Bill Hunter Arena. I expect to see you there because you can't watch it on CROW LAX TV. Greg Bray's up top on the power play. Full yard with him. Short side save made by Hebert. Bray now. The step down. Goes wide and it'll bounce to Stable. .15 on the shot clock. Bray hits full yard in tight. His shot got deflected. I don't know if that was Lintz or Seidel, but someone got a stick in the way. Now Lintz with the one hopper to Milne. Spencer Milne looking for his second. Back check comes from Greg Bray. He got his stick in the way. And now back over. Gets called on Anderson. It's the white restraining line. There's no center line in Senior B. Actually, maybe the Miners have a center line on that turf they have. I should know, but I don't know. It's the restraining line, though, when you're on the penalty kill. Spadafora bobbled it in the corner. Berets in to help. And Dewart's up top. Seidel, he'll run through. And he's got a break. 4 Rebels chasing him in the back, and he puts one right in the logo of Stable. Full yards up top. Rebels still in the power play for another 40 seconds. Greg Beret, low bouncer, saved by Hebert, and he falls on it. Matty Kip up for Milne. Miners going to kill the best of Yo's penalty as Bergloff awaits up top. Mentenko with a shot and he scores. It sneaks through Stable. 4th shorty of the game for Edmonton. And it's 9-4. The last 3 goals the Edmonton Miners have scored have all been short-handed on Stable. And with 16-18 left to go in period number 3, the Miners are up 9-4. Fouillard drives to the middle, pushed back by Sheridan. Yo now out of the box with fresh legs, but Fouillard got in there. Got a healthy hack in as well as he goes on for a change. Bergloff down to Anderson. Anderson on the hunt for 4. Sheridan Cook. Shot misses the target. Bergloff off the glass, and there's 7 now. Schmerman knocked the ball down, but Anderson picked it up on the run. Save made by Stable. Matt Murphy. It's Ethan Wong. Miners missing some key pieces in this one, as are the Rebels. No Ethan Ang in the lineup, as Bure has Fodchuk got him like a backpack. Pass down to Wong. 5 to shoot. Wong, shot got blocked by Riley as he soaks one. Rebels without Walker, Wawitka, Dalk, Ang, Sherbanek. No Gingras either. The Miners, no Tyler Burton, no Derek Burak, no Jacob Power, no Mike Triolo either, or Cody Hawkins. Sonich down low feed off of a stick, and it's settled by Collum. Collum caught one up high, and another penalty's coming against the Miners. Collum, double team, lost the ball. Milne scoops it, and now a holding call is coming on the Miners. Third power play of the game for Fort Saskatchewan. They're 1 for 2 so far. Holding is going to be the call on Sheridan Cook. Well, down by 5. If there was ever a time to muster up a comeback, I'd guess it's now. Back to Bure. Off the hip of Heberts. He's up to 21 saves now. Greg Bure again. It's Fouillard. He goes inside. Got deflected by Lintz, and then Fouillard lowers the boom on Milne. Now Milne and Fouillard are getting into it. Milne's got a hold of Fouillard's helmet. Trying to get that off, and now I would assume they both go in coincidental fashion. Fouillard might be leaking here. Milne's going to the box. Fouillard's going to need a couple of zips. So someone might have to serve it if there is one. Lintz isn't happy. But they are only going to call one on Milne, so it'll be a 5-on-3 for the Rebels. The issue about a 5-on-3 now, though, is that your top scorer in the game is getting looked at by the trainer right now. Wong's crease side. His pass got knocked down by Seidel. Bure with the shot. Hebert with the save. Sliding to his right. He got it in the jersey. John Lintz trots it up the floor. He'll stay in play on offense. Why not try score a 5-on-3 goal? Levi Anderson, Tyler Sonerson out there too. Lintz will try and drag in 2 defenders. Now Anderson switches hands, takes a huge hit from Ellingson. Stable makes a save, and now Lintz is going to get jumped by Tassie. Seidel's in there as well on Ellingston, and things are getting a little hot inside the kitchen. Lintz gets tossed to the ground, as does Tassie. I believe that's Matt Murphy who is down right now. Sticks are getting kicked around. I'm sure the refs will have a conversation as they sort it out with 12:54 left to go in period number 3. We'll step aside for a second. It's Cody Jansen with you on CROW LAX TV. Well, good luck tracking all of that. It's a lot of majors and a lot of minors coming out of it. John Lintz was given a 5 for a face mask or a high stick, I believe. I believe he was given the high stick, and then Halderson was given the face mask, or Halderson serving the face mask for Tassie, I believe. That's probably how it is. Well, we might as well take a quick look at the town scoreboard. USA is up 7-4 on Canada at the World Field Lacrosse Championships. Junior A action earlier today. The Calgary Mounties down 4-1 at one point. Come back and beat the Raiders Lacrosse Club 6-5. 12:54 left to go in period at number 3. Fort Saskatchewan on a 4-on-3 power play as we're back underway in period at number 3. Spadafora over to Wheaton. Quick stick got stopped. He punches it back up to Fouillard, who's now got a couple stitches in his forehead, and he scores. Marcus Fouillard buries the hat trick, and it's 9-5. He has a couple words for Matt Kim as well, who gave him a healthy hack with the traditional lacrosse stick, or woody as some may call it. But the Rebels cut the lead down to 4 with 12:36 left to go in the period. So now the 7-minute penalty to John Lintz starts. I was talking to a certain someone before the game, and he said, you got to stay out of the box, especially one of these guys who in his first game doesn't mind taking a couple extra penalties. Lintz is sitting for 7 right now, and the Miners have some heavy lifting to do on the penalty kill. Full yard, another low shot. That one hits Kim. Riley scoops up the loose ball, and he outlets for Sorensen. Jackson will defend. One arm towards the net, bounces it wide, and now Morris has to track it down. DiGirolamo and Sorensen slide in on him. Down in the corner, pops out, and the ref's going to blow this one down and you'll give the Miners possession, even though DiGirolamo had it. Ball comes back to Sorensen. Now it's 4-on-4 for the next 3:40. Sorensen, DiGirolamo's inside, bounces it wide. Sorensen has it again. Step down, scores. Tyler Sorensen as his first of the game, and it's 10-5. I think the Rebels want to know why there's a second penalty on the board. And they let the fourth guy out of the box. So I think the conversation will continue. I don't think they're going to take away the goal, but Kinnear will come in to have a word. It's 9-5 on the board, but we'll throw 10-5 on our scoreboard here on CROW LAX TV, and we'll let them figure it out at the penalty box. So they're going to put 10-5 on the board, and they're going to say Lintz and Tassie have coincidentals. So maybe they mixed up when they gave them 7. I have no explanation for you, but we'll play 5-on-5 lacrosse in the JRC. Edmonton Miners up by 5. I said if we had the technology, we'd mic up these refs. We'd be canceled in an hour, but we would have a heck of an hour. Gillespie up the floor. Takahara's on him. Cook quickly over to Anderson. Tyler Sorensen has the latest. Bergloff, back pedal, over to Cook. Sheridan Cook, down low. Sorensen, far side, goes wide. Shot clock expiring, and Matt Murphy has the ball. Murphy hands it off for Ethan Wan. 10:20 to go here in regulation. Marcus Fouillard's up top. He'll spin around Gillespie. Feed for Wong. Back to Dewart. Dewart now trying to cut down low. Defender got in the way, and then Fodchuk scoops it up. Midway point of period number 3. The Rebels were leading 3-2 after 20 minutes of play, and since then it's been basically all Edmonton to tell you about. Levi Anderson goes short side and scores. Anderson's got his 4th, and the Miners are up 11-5. Levi Anderson, 7 goals in 3 games since his acquisition by the Miners Lacrosse Club. And the Calgary product is going to be a handful for anyone in the Alberta Series Lacrosse. Now Kim, maybe a little push in the back on Spatafor there. They'll give the Rebels possession. No harm, no foul. Jordan Wheaton down to Takahara. Nolski sets the pick on Walker, and the ref doesn't like it. Now, after we've got a little talking, and we got a call coming up. Takahara is going to get it. Two for slashes, the call on Takahara, and the Edmonton Miners are going back to the power play. By my count, only their 2nd power play in this game. The Rebels have been disciplined. The issue? Short-handed. Their defense has been, well, nothing short of awful. Sonicson to Anderson. Down low, DiGiuliano's on the crease. Anderson fires a few feet wide, and it's going to bounce down to Hebert. Sonicson's up top, 2 to shoot. The double clutch step down, easy save made by Stable. Fowler hits Murphy. Greg Bray, the Rebels captain's up top. And now short-handed, I believe it was an over and back. And Bray was definitely not supposed to be getting the pass up there. Sheridan Cook. Keep it hot around the corner. 15 on the shot clock. Back for Kinnear. Schmerman and Fowler into defend. Sonachin fires and scores. This one goes right through Stable, and it's 12-5. The Miners have their first power play goal of the game, and now with 8 minutes left to go in period number 3, they lead by 7. Matt Hebert is going to getting his stick exchanged, and that's why we're getting the delay right now. As you'll see him trot back across your screen. Edmonton up by 7 on a Wednesday night in Fort Saskatchewan. Levi Anderson bobbled the pass in the slot. Here goes Bryce Schmerman, one-on-one, pushes back his defender. Shot goes wide. Anderson back the other way. Extended shift for him. He'll stay out and play. He's coming from college. He's got good lungs right now. Young legs. Shot on goal. Stable makes the save. Logan Noya now catches a pavement monster. Bites the dust, and DiGirolamo spins around Fowler. Sonachin to Sheridan Cook. Noyan gives him a healthy whack. Now Cook's shot got deflected by the defender, and it rolls in on the Rebels goaltender. Caden Collum stripped of the ball there. Didn't really have his hands in a shooting position. Wasn't as much of a threat, but trying to spin back the other way. He thinks there should be a holding call. The ref was right there watching it and decides otherwise. Sonachin for Bergloff. Mentenko. Him and Takahara will have some words with 6:01 left to go in regulation. Wong for Dewart. Jordan Dewart now. It's Spadafora. Back to Wheaton. Short side, misses. Riley for Cook up top. Over to Bergloff. The big men are on the floor right now for the Miners. Levi Anderson. Bergloff. Shot got deflected. Shot clock's going to expire, and it'll be Rebels possession. Marcus Fouillard, 3 goals, 2 assists in this game for the Rebels. Greg Bray misses him with the pass, and it ends up in the roof here at the JRC. Yoenhel has his stick thrown from his hands by Dewart. DiGirolamo takes the shot, and now Yo and Dewart are going to have some words. But Jordan Dewert's going to be going to the sin bin as holding the stick will be the call. Unsportsmanlike conduct is the call, not holding the stick. The broadcaster lied to you. 4:36 left to go in period number 3. The Edmonton Miners looking to go to 5-3-1 on the season. Teams did meet once back on May 13th, and it was a 17-6 win by the Miners. We're close, but not there yet. Sheridan Cook stopped by Stable. Sorensen again. Anderson. Back to Cook. Down for Kadir. Cook's got 10 on the shot clock. Sorensen steps down and what? Stable makes a save. .75 seconds left on the power play. Dijerlamo has Cook with him. Sorensen's up top. Anderson far side. Save made by Stable. Sorensen again. One more time. Stable makes a save. Now Tassi run down by Sorensen. Fowler throws it up for Ethan Wong. Rebels on the penalty kill. Miners have 4 shorties in this game. Rebels have none. Fowler will stay in play. Let the big man cook. Greg Beret down to Fowler. 7 to shoot. Greg Beret's got it, and he bounces it just wide. John Lintz out of the sin bin, well rested, hands it off to the power play. They got 8 seconds to whip something up. Bergloff takes the shot. Save made by Stable. Sorensen's pass over the head, and Murphy with the outlet for Dewart. Jordan Dewart on a break, and he throws it high over the glove side. Corey Takahara now, wrong side of the road. Running away from Sorensen. Tried the hidden ball trick, but now he got himself into a shooting lane at least, and Wheaton has it pop out of his stick. Down for Gillespie. He'll opt not to run with it. Yo's on the back pedal. Sheridan Cook back up. Save made by Stable. Dijerlamo's got to run back to the neutral zone. Shot clock gets reset. Yo is giving it to, I believe that's Dewart out in front. Caden Collum comes in, and calmer heads will prevail. I think that's the end game plan here. Is if the Miners, you're happy with the whip. If you're the Rebels, well, maybe you want to take out some frustration. It's probably best for the sanity of everyone on a Wednesday night. We get out of here with no more stitches. Ethan Wong to the middle, and he scores. Well, if the goal was to cut the lead in half, the Rebels just did that. It's 12-6 now with 52 seconds to play. 6 goals on 28 shots. Now, if they would only double it, like where the Miners are at, we'd probably have a 1-goal game. Similar save percentages by both goaltenders in this one, although Stable has been the much busier and had to make a lot better saves as well. Jordan Wheaton airmails that to Matt Kim, and you can shut off the shot clock. 20 seconds left. They will count it down. 12-6 the final score. Difference special teams. The Miners 4 shorthanded goals, 1 on the power play. While the Rebels, they got 2 on the power play. Couldn't generate anything shorthanded. Final score 12-6. Levi Anderson, phenomenal. You can only imagine what this Miners team's going to be like when they have a full lineup. Matty Hebert picks up the win between the pipes. Zachary Yopik Stable takes the loss. Rebels fall to 1-5-1 on the season. Miners up to 5-3-1. For myself, Cody Jansen, Brandon Douglas, the entire CROW LAX team, thanks for tuning in on a Wednesday night. Be sure to hit that subscribe button, and we'll talk to you Friday when the Fort Saskatchewan Junior Rebels take on the Saskatchewan SWAT.